will be really sad. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm getting emotional. For those who don't know, and welcome to my channel. This is my first video ever, and I decided the best way that you guys can understand me and get to know me is, of course, doing a 25 questions tag video. So that is the first video that I thought that came to mind would be the best way for my followers or my audience to understand who I am as a person and just get to know me a little bit. So let's get right into the questions. So guys, I have all the questions right here on my phone. I just got off offline. This would be like basic questions. First question, what's my full name? My full name is Tava Monica Sinclair. Second question, what's my favorite color? So guys, my favorite color is green. I am a Taurus, so that's kind of like my birthstone color is that emerald. And also money is green. So, and I'm also like a very in tune with the environment type of girl. I'm very earthy. Even though my sign is a water sign, I'm very earthy and I just enjoy that. But I do enjoy being in the water more often. Yeah, my favorite color is green, and those are some reasons why. Next question is, how old are you? So guys, I am 19. My birthday is May 7th, 2001. Do you speak any different languages? No, I am Jamaican though. Their accents that they have is patois, so that's mainly what I switch from time to time, especially when I'm around my family. That's when my accent will really come out, and also sometimes when I get mad. Or you guys may hear sometimes as I talk, I have certain words I say, you can hear the accents. No, I don't know any languages, but we have an accent and it's called patois. Did I like school? No, I hated school with a passion. Guys, reason being is because honestly, I just felt like, this is a long story, so I'm gonna try to make it really short, but pretty much I just feel like school is something that made me feel like a robot, and I hate that feeling. Like every day waking up, every day doing homework, every day, it's just and I'm not that much of a consistent person where to the point where I will put my best forth, and especially because I feel like a lot of things that were taught in school wasn't mandatory for life lessons, and I still feel that way even though I've only been out of school for about a year now. Yeah, I graduated last year, so I've only been out of school for a year now, and I still feel like a lot of the stuff that I was taught is not used on an everyday basis. So yeah, I did not like school at all. I used to be very miserable, very sad, annoyed, all my emotions at once. And then as a teenager, you're trying to figure out who you are as a person. It's like you really don't have time for yourself because you're trying to keep the academics up to par. And if you have strict parents or parents who really care, or even if you're just a hard person on yourself, having to do that is really hard because of the fact that you're like, okay, I have to be able to pass my classes, but also I have to worry about myself and who I truly am. And it's just really hard to do at the same time. And especially in high school is actually the really weird, especially my junior year. I'll probably do a story time on this, but yeah, I didn't want to feel like a disappointment to my parents, but here and there I was always disappointing my parents. And yeah, school, no, I did not like school. And I'll get into more on the next video. If you'd like to see that video, give this video a thumbs up or leave a comment down below. Tell me your school experience, and I definitely will, because I'm full of stories, and I think that's actually a good story to share with those who struggle with school and how to overcome it, or what to do and how to deal with it. What are some of your favorite YouTubers? So guys, some of my favorite YouTubers are Natural85. She is the natural hair queen. She's been on here since 2009, and I really look up to her, and she's also great with her audience, her followers and her supporters. She definitely reaches back out to you guys. She she doesn't make it seem like she's a celebrity or a YouTube star. She makes it seem like she's human. She expresses herself. She hides things when it needs to be, and I really look up to her in that type of way because not everything needs to be put on social media. So she definitely knows when to refrain from putting certain things on there. She has her own business going for herself, her own natural hair business going for herself. She takes time and dedication for everything that she does, and she tries to also balance her being herself off camera and her being herself on camera, and also all her content is very authentic. Another YouTuber that I have recently been getting into, The Loyal Family. The Loyal Family is another great YouTuber couple, even though they're not really a YouTuber couple, they're an actual family in real life, and I've seen them grow. So I just love to see that within anybody, even if you're not on YouTube, just anybody in general, family, friends, people, strangers I don't know. I love to see growth, and I love to see growth within myself as well, and I've definitely seen growth in Loyal Family, so I really like them. Their content is funny, their content is authentic, and yeah, I just get a good vibe when I watch their videos. So Loyal Family, Natural 85, and also Us Outsiders. If you don't know who Us Outsiders are, so they have Red a little bit, and pretty much Alyssa and Markevius. One of them is from Bad Girls Club. She used to be on Bad Girls Club, but like they're also killing the game right now with, you know, moving up the ladder. You know, they came from the bottom. Like honestly, I even commented on one of their videos. I was like, honestly, you guys are the definition of starting from the bottom. Now we're here. Like none of their videos they put out, I haven't gotten a fake vibe like, oh, they're doing this prank for fake or they're acting. No, all of it is authentic as well, and that's truly what I look for in YouTubers: authentic content. I don't like people who do stuff for clout, because like it's not that serious. Social media to me is really not that serious. I like to remain who I am and remain humble. Pretty much, you guys need to subscribe to their channel because they're super funny. I promise you, there's not one video that you would not laugh. Like when you're watching them, you're gonna laugh, period. Like they're just funny people, good energy. So those are my favorite YouTubers: Us Outsiders, Loyal Family, Natural 85, and there's a bunch of other YouTubers, but as my top 3, those are my favorite. Next question: where are you from? I am from New York, New York, hey. Yes, I'm from New York, guys. But I currently live in Long Island. Yeah, I was actually born in Queens, but now I currently live in Long Island. But I'm from New York, born here, raised here, from New York. In school, were you a part of any sports? No, guys, I was not a part of any sports. I guess if you want to consider dance a sport, then yeah, I was in dance class. Didn't really take it too serious. I do have interest though in tennis. I love tennis, but I just never took it seriously. And my dad always tried to tell me, like, you know, you're young. While you're young, definitely use your body, because when you get older, you won't be able to do things as fluently as you would like when you're younger. It's not that I have anything against sports. It's just the fact of my history with school and how hard it was and challenging it was for me because of everything that I was going through. I didn't have time for it, and also, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, you have to have time for the sport, and if you don't have time for it, what's the point of being in it? But I do like sports. I do like football. Those are one of my favorite sports that I understand. I like basketball as well. I like tennis. I wouldn't play football or basketball, but to watch it on TV, I like it. I used to play tennis. Like, I tried to play tennis. My mom tried to get me these things, because at this time my parents was like, you have to do something. Like, you can't just come home and not do anything. Like, you have to pick up something, an extra activity to keep your body flowing, keep you know, you going. You're young, you know. So at this time they're trying to get me into tennis, and I did try tennis and I liked it, but I just didn't go too hard with it or take it too serious. So next question is, what is my life goal? So honestly, guys, one thing about me and a lot of things that I've seen, I'm very observant, so I don't really like to put too much of what I want to accomplish out into the world, because not everybody will be happy for you. Unfortunately, there are so many people who just aren't, like, you know, as happy for what you have and may take you as being a bragger, but in real life they're just accomplishments. So I do have a lot of goals, and I can really just give you guys the general information, but I'm not going to go into much details. I like to win in silence, so once I've already accomplished that goal, that's really when I speak on it, because I don't want anybody trying to talk negative or down on what I'm doing. Of course, those that I feel like are true and real to me, I'll tell them. My close friends, I'll tell them. But for the most part, I really just like keep quiet on a lot of things. And I used to be the person to always, like, as soon as I get something, I'll tell my friends, like, oh my god, guess what? Because I'm personally happy, like, but that energy is just not reciprocated. And those people that you tell sometimes, like, just be careful on how silent they get once you tell them what you're coming from or where you're trying to go in life and stuff like that, because they may not be as happy for you. But so my career, I want to be a hairstylist. I want to be, like, you know, at the top of the game. I want to be, like, you know, known for what I do. And yeah, I want to be a hairstylist. I want to have my own hair shop one day and my own hair line one day. But of course, it's not going to be easy. So right now I'm taking baby steps. I am currently in cosmetology school. So yeah. And of course, guys, if you guys want more details on everything, I'll be telling you guys later on in the future. But as of right now, I just told you guys, like, the basics, and then I'll get into more details when I feel comfortable or when I've already achieved that goal. And that's just how I am. Who is your celebrity crush? So guys, my celebrity crush, the person that I love and I adore, guys, Chris Brown, period. I am obsessed with Chris Brown. I know it, like, that's really sad to say, but like, I love Chris Brown, and hopefully one day I get to meet him, because I really love him. Like, I just love him. Like, he is multi-talented, guys. He could sing, act, dance, model, draw, has his own fashion line, act. Like, I already said that. See, he can act. He can play basketball. He's just like the definition of multi-talented. And another thing that we have in common is we're both Tauruses. He's actually born May 5th, and I'm born May 7th. So that is another thing that I love about him, is because he inspires me. Because even though he's a Taurus, sometimes Tauruses tend to be lazy. Well, I think anybody can tend to be lazy, you know? So I'm not gonna really zodiac sign that, but knowing who I am as a person and knowing that I run into a lot of Tauruses who are like, you know, really lazy. He takes it and he's dedicated, he's passionate, he just has that drive, that motive, and he's just very cute. Like, he is very cute. Like, even with all his tattoos, I think he's cute. His nose piercing, I love it. Like, I love him, and his personality is so goofy. No, I don't know him personally, but like what I've seen so far, he's very goofy. He's a genuine person, and if you've really been there since day one, you know he is a lover boy. Like, he's just such a sweetheart, kind-hearted person. And things and social media and people and being in the limelight sometimes changes you and has an effect on you. So that's what I think it is, and that has definitely left an impact on him. But when you like deeply know him and like you watch him grow type of thing, even though he's older than me, I've been, since I came out the womb, like, I've been obsessed with Chris Brown. Like, I had pictures in my old house of him, like in my wall, on my wall. If you open up my laptop currently, I have a picture of him because I'm just obsessed with him. Yeah, I just love Chris Brown, and hopefully, I really pray to God I get to meet him one day. And if he ever watches this video, I love you, Chris Brown. Like, even talking about him, I can never stop because there's so much things I have to say about him. One time, I remember I was doing like schoolwork and I had to write an essay about who my favorite celebrity is, which is so easy because I know everything about him. So I wrote about him, got 100, period, as I should. Like, yeah, I still have that paper to this day. I can like show you, but I'm not gonna get up right now. But yes, Chris Brown is my celebrity crush. Have you ever been out the country? Yes, guys, I have. I've been to Florida 3 times. I went to Disney World twice and then Universal once. But like, that Universal time was also another time for me to go to Disney World. So it's kind of like Disney World, half a day, and then the other part was Universal. So I've been to Florida 3 times. I also have family up there. I've been to Hawaii, which is one of my favorite trips so far, guys. Hawaii was so fun. It was honestly like so fun. I want to go back. I don't know when I'm gonna go back, especially due to COVID. But yeah, guys, Hawaii was one of my favorite trips. I've been to Jamaica, of course. Jamaica was lit. I'm not gonna lie, Jamaica was lit. I was like 16 and I got into a club and I'm like, what's going on here? Because in New York, you cannot unless you have a fake ID. But in Jamaica, they don't really have strict rules as you would think. Well, at least for that, I know that they just let me in. I was like, okay, not with my cousin. But anyways, so I've been to Jamaica, Hawaii, Florida. I've also been to Texas before to support my uncle's graduation. I don't really remember that trip too well, but I have been to Texas. I've been to Canada, long ride, we drove there. We drove to Disney World as well, but I just feel like for some reason, Canada was way longer for some reason. And it was like, are we there yet? Like, for real, are we there yet? So, Canada. Recently, I just went to Jersey, and you guys will see in a later video because this video is actually being recorded super late, so a lot of the videos that I'm pushing out will be pre-recorded. You guys will be there to see that experience when I went to Jersey, which was so fun. So, and it was my first time ever. I know, right? New York is right next to New Jersey, and I've never been there. That's because I have really strict parents who won't even let me travel to like Brooklyn because they always want to know where I am and who I'm with and stuff like that. So yeah. I've been to Georgia. I went to Georgia to visit some family out there. So a lot of places that I visit is mainly for family too. So I do travel kind of a lot, but I of course wish I could travel more. Like, I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to like Aruba. I want to go everywhere. I want to go to like everywhere. Like, honestly, even like little places. Like, I want to go to China. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Korea. I just love traveling, and the main reason I love to travel is because when you go there, you see how other people live. You see their, like, when I travel, I just don't like always staying on the like tourist side of things. I like to go into the real, actual life and see what they're all about. Like, when I go to like Canada, when I went to Canada, you know, you can go to like Toronto and get lit, but like my family, they actually lived there, so I was able to like go to regular places and just see how they live there. Or when I went to Jamaica, I have family out there who, like, you know, not are struggling, but just work and what their real life is like. You know, sometimes traveling really opens up my eyes because you can see different parts of the world, and you know, sometimes you're just so accustomed to what you're used to and you complain on where you are, but you need to, it makes you realize like you're kind of fortunate for where you are, what's going on in your country, because other places have it even worse. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I love to travel, and I do want to travel other places, of course for the vacation, but also to understand other people's cultures and other people's beliefs and stuff like that, and you know, see what makes us humans and what makes them who they are, and try to just be understanding. And you just learn different things, you try different foods, and I'm like very adventurous. Like, I'm very adventurous, so yeah. I don't travel as much as I would like to, but I travel. I have traveled, and I enjoy traveling, so yeah. And I also wish to travel more. Next question is, do you have any bad habits? Yes, guys. So I have a lot of bad habits. One of them is being very, very lazy, like to the point where like it can stop a lot of things. Like, I have a million things to do, and my mind says, go to sleep. That's what it says. So honestly, everybody copes with stuff differently. Some people use drugs, some people use alcohol, some people just, I don't know. Everybody has different things. There's many addictions or ways to cope with what you're dealing with, and my best way is sleep, because I can't feel nothing, I can't hear nothing, and I'm just at peace when I sleep. So yeah, one of my bad habits is I sleep a lot. I'm very lazy, which is very common for Taurus, but I don't really want to put a zodiac sign on me as a person or anybody, because sometimes you make me a Taurus who's not like lazy, who's very outgoing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just keep it to me, and yeah, I'm very lazy. Another thing is I'm very inconsistent, but for a lot of things that I have accomplished this year, I have been consistent with, and I hope I keep that same energy because it's gotten me really far. So I really hope that I stay consistent with this YouTube channel and keep it going. Yeah. Okay, so another question is, what is your channel about? So guys, mainly I just want to give vlogs and also pranks here and there. As of right now, I mean, as my channel grows and I get to know what my audience likes, I'll give it to you guys, but not everything I'll give to you guys. But you know, if you're asking for it, I might be like, okay, no problem. So I see that they're interested in this, and I'll give them that. But like, I don't want to let this YouTube or any type of fame that I get influence me, because I see that a lot of people get into the limelight, and you know, it can be hard. Even if you have like a strong skin or tough skin, sometimes always having people come at you, or even people from the internet, which is really sad and crazy. Like, I don't know why people do this and belittle you. That tough skin can be broken. Like, you know, I've seen a lot of YouTubers who would just be like, you know what, this is not for me, I'm just gonna back away, because they just try to save themselves. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You have to realize when too much is enough and like step back from it. And that's definitely who I am as a person. I don't want to like ever feel depressed or something that I'm doing. I don't want it to ever, the happiness or the joy that I have for, or the passion that I have for something that I'm doing, to be one day, you know what, I don't have joy or passion for this no more. I don't feel like what I'm putting out is worth it because people make me feel unworth it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've been through that with regular life situations. You know, I used to be depressed and stuff like that, and I'm like, you know what, it's all about my happiness at the end of the day. Nobody can make you happy. You have to learn when it's time to like take a break and just realize you need time for yourself in order to make yourself happy and understand yourself. My channels will mainly be focusing, as of right now, pranks and vlogs, and you know, here and there little updates and stuff like that. That's mainly what I focus this channel on, and until I start growing a little bit more and seeing what the audience likes, then I'll put out more content catering to what my audience likes, but not everything, because sometimes people try to drag you to a point where it's like, I don't want to do this, and then if you don't do this, it's like, oh, you know what, you're the worst YouTuber ever. Like, you can call me whatever you want, but at the end of the day, there's a point and a limit and what I'm comfortable in doing, and that's what I'm sticking to. If you don't want to watch the channel, you don't have to. So yeah. What is your biggest fear? My biggest fear is death. Not knowing how I'm gonna die for real is the main reason why it's death, because it's just like, if you really think about it, it's really like really sad to say, so I don't really want to have that mindset, but you're really living just to die. And it's just like, all the things that money you spent, all the things that you've done, at the end of the day, nothing is guaranteed in life but death. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you're not immortal. You're just gonna die like one day, one of these days. You just don't know when or how, and I think that's what scares me. A lot of people can front and say like, oh, I'm not scared to die, and I'm not this. Like, no, I'm scared to die, because it's just like, damn, like, after you die, like, I don't want everything to be about me, but like, life just still goes on, and like, you know, you're hurting also. People that loves you will be really sad. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm getting emotional. But yes, so death is something that I'm scared of. If you're talking about like in general, I'm also scared of insects. Like, I'm scared of ants, and I'm 19 and I don't care. Yeah. So what is your biggest accomplishment? So my biggest accomplishment thus far is graduating. That right there is like the biggest accomplishment I've ever accomplished, because guys, I'm telling you, like, I used to be terrible in school. Like, y'all really would have to like download this video if you guys like to hear a story time about my school experience and my pretty much gonna draw my life until I'm 19, because my life is not over yet, and I probably have more to go. Not taking it for granted, because you know, you could die any second. But yeah, if I live pretty long, I definitely want to do a draw my life, or even a draw my life until I'm 19, because I feel like that story would be amazing to tell you guys. But yeah, graduating is my biggest accomplishment. I was so excited that day. Like, I was like super excited, like finally, like this is all I've been wanting. Like all I wanted was that piece of paper in my hand, and yeah, I still get that piece of paper hanging up in my room because that diploma means a lot, period. What are my pet peeves? Okay guys, so some of my pet peeves are, especially because of the age that I am, and I just expect people to be mature and straightforward with me, and I feel like I'm always getting lied to. So one of my biggest pet peeves is being lied to. One of my biggest pet peeves is people being fake. I don't see how people can be fake because I'm so real. I just don't see it. Like, how can you not be yourself? Unless that fake person that you are is yourself. Like, that's your true color. Like, you're just fake. Off work fake. Like, yeah, that's just who you are. But I just hate fake people. I hate a liar. I hate, and they be lying about little things too. I hate people who are very judgmental. I do not like that. I don't like, because at the end of the day, you do not know the person. You do not know what they go through. So I like people to have open minds. But one of my pet peeves are very judgmental, fake, and people who lie a lot. So next question is, what are your favorite things about yourself? So my favorite things about myself is I'm very goofy, like very goofy. And I think a lot of people enjoy that in me too. Like, I'm like that type of girl. Even though, which may sound super contradicting, I am very shy. But I just know, like, it depends especially on who you with. Like, if I feel like I'm not messing with you, I'm not about to do the most. But like, if I feel like you a good vibe and we vibing, I'm like very talkative, very outgoing. I love to laugh. Like, I just love to laugh. Like, I love a good laugh. I love making people laugh. Like, I'm very entertaining. That's the word. So yeah, one of my favorite things about me is I'm very entertaining. I'm very loving, like very, very loving. I'm very caring. I love my confidence in myself. Like, not a lot of things can influence me. I'm very confident in who I am. I'm very humble too. I try to be, especially with all the blessings that I get. It's really hard to be humble when you have so much blessings. Like, you just want to, you know, tell people, but you have to learn how to just be humble, and because just realize that those blessings can be snatched away in a blink of an eye. So yeah, I look out for my friends, and I look out for my family too. I always want to make sure that anybody I'm hanging with, or anybody I'm dealing with, or my family is always protected, and I go 100% with them because I love them. And yeah, those are my favorite things about myself. I'm authentic, I'm real. Yeah. What is one thing we will not be seeing from you on YouTube? Okay, so guys, I think that's a great question, because honestly, I can tell you things that I've done and I want to do, but something I wouldn't want to put out, even if it's not on YouTube. I think this goes across all the platforms that I'm on, all the social medias I'm on, is drama. I don't really want to do drama. I just want to be successful, and I just want, you know. So a lot of the times, if I ever get to that point where like I'm getting bashed or anything like that, I'll probably be like, you know what? It's my choice whether I feel like the bash that I'm getting is gonna affect me, or is it gonna motivate me. That's the type of person I am. So if I see like it's just hate and like petty little things, like you just say little things, like, you know, you try to just kind of come for me about everything I do, I'm gonna keep going, because at the end of the day, it's not phasing me. But if it's like factual things, like, you know, I'm like, damn, they're probably right. Probably this is not like where I should be or what I should be doing. I'm like, all right. But for the most part, I make my own decisions, and I don't really want people like trying to like just be negative. And sadly, the truth is there's gonna be a lot of negative people. So one thing you probably won't see from me is me coming ever on like any platform and throwing out my business or anybody else's business. I'm very mature, so therefore I'll probably talk to the person first, unless they like go on social media first and kind of just dish it out. I'm like, oh, that's how you moving? Like, that's just me, to be honest. What you give is what you get. And if you really about to sit here and give me a hard time, I'm about to give you a hard time. Yeah. What made you start YouTube? So guys, for those who don't know, and I'll probably expose myself later on in this channel, I used to have an old YouTube channel, actually 2 old YouTube channels. One was when I was trying to sing and that didn't work out. And the second one is me trying to like take YouTube seriously. At that time, my dad wasn't like on the road with me doing YouTube, because of the fact that like I was in school, I was like in middle school, and he wanted me to really focus on getting good grades and stuff like that, which I understand. And honestly, looking back at it, even though at that time I thought I would have time for YouTube, I don't think it was the best time. But now that I've graduated and I'm more situated and I know myself more, and you know, I'm like, everything is like changing in the click of an eye. I think now is the perfect time to start YouTube. Especially with this whole pandemic, I feel like looking at things and just observing things and being able to give some advice to those who need it. I don't have all the answers and everything like that. I'm very informative and I do know a lot and have a lot of knowledge. I like to like give that information to people, and just doing things in general. I love to share my moments, not to like show off or anything like that, but I just be so happy when I'm outside. Like, I just feel like I'm living my best life when I'm really outside. And I live my best life when I'm inside too. I like, you know, I'm so grateful that I have my own house and I'm so blessed and stuff like that. So I don't ever like wish one more over the other. So that's what made me really start YouTube. It's just because of the fact that I just love to like, you know, record and have memories and look back at things. And plus I have really, really bad memories, so those are some things that I know that doing this would always be like, oh my god, I remember when I did that, like, you know, oh my god, I remember when this happened. Like, so this is like the main reason why I started YouTube. One, because of the fact that I just want to be able to look back at all the memories that I have, and two, because I feel like I'm very informative when needed to be. Yeah, at that time my dad was on board though with me doing YouTube, and I'm kind of glad that he was like the way he was, but now he's definitely on board with me doing YouTube. What's your favorite holiday? Guys, I really do enjoy Christmas, but I feel like as you get older, of course, your gift, like the amount of gifts you get die down. But I really do enjoy Christmas, and it's actually coming up. Today is December 15th, so within the next 10 days, Christmas will be here, which I'm so excited about because honestly, I didn't ask for anything this Christmas because now that I work, I buy everything myself, so it's like, what else do I need for other people to get me? But my mom and my parents and even some of my friends are getting me gifts, so I'm so excited to see what they are because I have no idea what they are. So Christmas, and then Thanksgiving is also a really good holiday because I'm fat and I love to eat, so yeah. What is your favorite time of the day? My favorite time of the day is nighttime. For some reason, I don't know why, like, in the middle of the night, my mind starts going, even though sometimes it may be overwhelming, because when I'm by myself, I have a tendency to deep think and overthink and have anxiety as well. But usually when I'm in a good mood, nighttime is the best time for me because like everybody in my house is asleep, and like I also just love the nightlife, like going out, partying and stuff like that. Like, yeah, so nighttime, and I don't like to interact with a lot of people. So during the day, you know, you gotta like, hi, how are you? No, I like to like, you know, be by myself, or when I'm out, just be lit, but not really like interact with people, just, you know, be outside. I like to be outside, I'm not gonna lie. So much to see outside, so much things to do. Like, yeah, I'm a homebody sometimes, but sometimes I'm like, okay, what's we doing today? Like, I gotta do something, you know? Live life up while you're here. Okay, do you prefer people that shoot straight with you or temper their words? So pretty much, do I like a person who sugarcoats stuff, or I like a person who's straight up? I like a person who's straight up, like, tell me what it is and what it ain't, because one thing about me is that I create a lot of scenarios in my head, and I'm like, I don't like the feeling of being mixed signals or wondering what's going on. Like, I like to know straight up, like, this is what we're about to do, this is like, I don't like the beat around the bush type of person, and yeah. And I just feel like I'm so mature, I can handle the truth. Like, I know a lot of people say that, but no, I mean it. Like, I could really handle the truth. Yeah, I may be tripping a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's my decision on what I want to do with that truth. Like, do I want to react a certain way? It also depends on what you tell me. Like, you cannot tell me that you're doing something super bad, knowing that you're doing something bad, and you will be like, okay, like I'm stupid or something. No, if that deserves a reaction, I'm gonna give that the reaction. But if it's like something simple, I'm like, all right, thanks for telling me, thanks for letting me know, you know? What aspect of your life needs tremendous improvement? So I think being consistent, that's one of my downfalls, like being consistent. And I think that explains itself, like learning how to start something and not stop it or half it, you know what I'm saying? So being consistent is definitely one of the things that I would love to work on. I think it would definitely take me further. And yeah, next question is, what is one thing you wish you could change about yourself? So guys, of course, I know this is like the third time that I'm mentioning this, but being consistent is one of the things I wish I can change within myself. It really is not good when you just do something and not go straight forward with it, unless you know that path is not working for you. But if you know that path is working for you, you want to keep on that path pretty much. Another thing that I wish I could change about myself is, even though I don't find this a bad thing, but the way society is set up nowadays, you just have to have a cold heart. Like, I feel like you just have to like learn how to not be so open-hearted or understanding, because sometimes when you're so understanding, you get walked all over and you get disrespected, and you can't make yourself be understanding for people, because then that's when the disrespect comes in, because it's like, okay, she gets me, so I'm just used to her because she's so understanding. You know, you have to learn how to put your foot down And I definitely do speak up for myself when need to be, but a lot of the times I just overlook stuff because I'm not into drama like at all. I don't like drama. I like other people's drama, but my drama, I like to keep drama free and just stay happy. You know, I'm young, I don't need so much stress, like no. So I just try to like, you know what, brush it off and try to always be the big person. But that's another thing I feel like is another downfall and something I like to change. Like, stop being the bigger person. Like, if the one's static, let them have it. Like, I have such a complex in me because it's a part of me that wants to be like, you know what, these people are not, you cannot force a person to see your point of view. You cannot force them to see like where you're coming from. So you just have to like let them figure it out on their own. But at the same time, it's like, I just want to, oh boy, girl, don't play because I'm gonna knock it into you and you're gonna be mad. Sometimes you just want to give the person what they're asking for. So that's a lot. It depends on the situation as well. Like, if it's super serious, yeah, I'm gonna let you have it. But if it's like, you know what, I see like that's who you are, I'm not gonna mess with you, I'm just like, copy. Like, okay, heard you. That's something I wish I could work on, but at the same time, I think I'm handling it pretty well. So yeah. What are your goals when it comes to YouTube? So some of my goals when it comes to YouTube is honestly just like keeping people who have like nothing to do, or even people who like have stuff to do, entertained, like, to be honest, you know, just, and also sometimes a lot of the vlogs that I'm very informative, and as you guys can see, I talk a lot, I explain, I elaborate. I like to like give information on stuff that people wouldn't know. Like when I travel, I'm gonna try to like point out, you know, the history behind where I'm at or stuff like that. And my goal is just to, you know, remain humble, remain happy, and do the best that I can, because, you know, being on a journey is never easy. There's always curves and paths and you get lost sometimes. So I know that, and I definitely want to use what I know, because knowing is half the battle. So since I know that, I'm definitely going to make sure that I always remind myself, like, you know, you're stagnant right now, you need to do something, you need to change something, or this is not what you want to do anymore, take a step back, or you want to keep going, okay, put yourself to this, do this, challenge yourself. So those are some of my goals, you know, just being aware of when and what to do and what time. So yeah, my goal is to be successful, but not to the point where it's like a snobby successful or a conceited successful. It's more of a like, I want to be successful and help others and just make people laugh and entertain them. So those are my goals on YouTube. Okay guys, so I think this is like the last question. Hopefully I did 25 because I honestly ran out of track on which questions I'm on. But does your family or friends support you making videos? So guys, my family, one thing about it, my dad, he used to like, my dad is just like a very deep thinker, and that's why I think I get my mindset from. He's always asking questions like, okay, so what do you have to offer to YouTube? A lot of people are doing this, what is different from what you're doing? So my dad is at that point where he's not like discouraging me from doing YouTube, or he's not like saying, I don't want you doing YouTube, but he's more at the point like, if you do this, what is different from what you do from everybody else? So me and him had that talk, and you know, we're here on that. So my dad supports me as long as I'm, you know, not putting out anything super wild or like doing it in a bad way. Therefore, he just wants to make sure everything, you know, like kind of overlook everything to make sure everything's okay. So I think my dad supports it. My mom supports it. My mom, she's not really too much questioning. She's just like, you know what, I'm gonna see what you do, and then if it gets to a point where I don't like what you're doing, then I'll step in, type of thing. I don't really tell much people, like I said, about what I'm doing until I finally feel like I have everything set up. So my brothers and my mom and dad know, and they support me. They just want to see me win on it and make sure I'm going hard on it. So that's where we're at right now. One of my friends, Kelly, love him to death. He supports me with everything I do. Yes, so he supports it. Another friend is Kaya. She knows that I'm doing YouTube. She's actually in one of the videos that you guys will see later on. Yeah, so the people that I have are supportive of me, and those are the type of friends and families that you need around. People who support you and also tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Which is definitely my dad. My dad tells me like, you need to do this differently. It's not like just go in here and do what everybody else is doing. So I really appreciate that. So yeah guys, this pretty much concludes this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, leave your comments down below, and also hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications. And if you guys love to, you guys can share this video. And I hope that this video really gave you guys a chance to see who I am so far, and if you definitely like who I am and definitely like what I'm gonna offer, don't forget to come back to the next video. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you guys sometime next week with the second video that I will be posting. Thanks for watching guys. Bye.